Oh my god. Last character. It's time to date Daddy Zenith. Oh, I can't wait. Ah!
助けて
Hey guys, it's your Bo the Doggo, and welcome back to Amorous, where we are about to date Zenith. And you probably already know it, but I kind of got a thing for dragons and reptiles and lizards and all that kind of stuff. Oh, this is just so scaly overall. I mean, my first persona was a scaly. Then I made a Dalmatian, and then I made a Rottweiler.
Oh,
Which is that the one? Hello, I can speak. Which is the character you're seeing right here. And I also have a confession to make about Zenith. I know kind of how to date him. NANI? I know what you shouldn't do, because in the first episode of that I made of Amorous, I dated Jax because, as I said, reptiles. But when I was finished with dating Jax, I also went up the stairs and tried to get Zenith's number, and I failed. So I know how you shouldn't do with this character, and that's kind of why it became like a meme for me to talk about Zenith, because he was the one who got away the first episode, but I cut that out so no one knew it. But yeah, we're finally going to date him. Oh, I'm so hyped now. Yeah, finally going to get my dragon daddy.
12 seconds later.
Oh my god, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Oh, okay, let's do this. Oh, look at him. Heading over to grab a drink from the machine, I noticed one of the bouncers chatting with a fairly energetic customer. They seemed to be having a good time. The smaller male wiggling his hips side to side and eyeing the large dragon with eyes that suggested all sorts of mischief. Perhaps this was my chance to meet some new people like Kobe suggested. Oh yeah, because like in the first episode, Kobe suggested like you should go to the club and meet new people, la 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 la. We met a lot of people, but every time we go back here it's like a restart. Now how to explain that, huh? Try to explain that without the multiple dimension theory, huh? Get a drink, introduce myself, watch the scene unfold, barge between them, maybe later leave. I'm kind of curious about getting a drink or watching the scene unfold. Because I mean, if I introduce myself, I just go up and start talking to them, as well as barging in between them. But let's try getting a drink, actually. I wonder what happened. First thing first, I need a drink rather than standing around like I was waiting for them to move. I put some money into the machine, I leaned on the wall next to the tall staff member and pressed for a sample water since the machine was mostly full of snacks. I suppose with the bar downstairs I don't need much up here. Yeah, I was thinking, what? Can you buy alcohol from this thing? And like, oh right, yeah, you can still buy soda still, like in the bar. So if you want to grab a soda here, you could probably do that in the bar instead, and that's why it's just water here. Huh. The bottle popped out of the machine and I gave it a few sips, taking in the atmosphere of Amorous without interjecting too soon in the conversation between the other two. It felt relaxing being here. The beat of the music in the back of my head, the cool sensation of the drink in my throat. It wasn't so bad after all, even if the press of people downstairs was maybe a bit much for a newbie. The other two continued with the conversation. Huh, is that so? You know, Rose, you did this every weekend. What's in it for me this time?
What's in it for you? Well, how about this?
The small avian leaned up, hand on the dragon's chest, swishing his hips the whole time. He whispered into his ear as a large male leaned down, a grin lightening his scruff features a few moments later. Now that was a winning smile, even if the smaller guy and him were clearly involved from the intimate way they touched when he whispered. Before they even realized, the security guard had turned to me. He had that wide grin still on his handsome features, teeth glinting in the bright light of the club. I caught the glance of his name tag. Zenith. The other guy in tight shorts stood beside him, a pixie-ish glint in his eyes. Well, well, well. I don't think I've seen you around here before. And trust me, I would have noticed someone as cute as you. Oh! Talk to me more, Daddy! Introduce myself, return the compliment playfully. Let you know you appreciate it submissively. Hey, I gotta go, leave. Let's return the compliment playfully, I'll say. Hearing those words, I can't help but return the grin back at the guy. If they wanted to play this game, I was down. I cleared my throat, letting my word drip with a suggestive tone as I eyed Zenith and situated myself between the two of them. Yeah? Well, I'm surprised I didn't see someone as handsome as you sooner. Though I can understand if you were already getting distracted from your friend here. I don't blame you there. Jesus. The dragon's eyes narrowed for a moment. However, that grin never left his face. The avian smiler stepped up, giving the security guy something to watch as he looked me over appraisingly, and I smiled softly, running my hand down the fabric of his hip. Oh my god, are we already getting touchy? Wow, you must be poured into these, huh? Is it hard to get you out of them again? He gave a little gasp at my touch, biting his lower lip in response. I couldn't help but feel that, despite my boldness, that gasp was more than a little faked for Zenith's benefit. No, did he fake it? Oh no. Look at the newbie, huh? I like your spunk. Do you think you can keep up with me and Rose though? Zenith moved closer, reaching an arm around both his friend and me at the same time. Before I could react, I was pulled up against his chest. Maybe being chic to peck was a little premature, but I suppose I did instigate. The other guy, Rose, made a little eep nose before snuggling up, winking at me with a smirk. I think I'll measure up. The name's Bo, by the way. Bo, Well, I go by Zenith. Think we found what we were looking for, Rose? Were you looking for me? Already? The kind of person they were looking for? That sentence ran through my head a few times. I guess being bold does get you somewhere. Like Kobe said. The avian with the belly top, Rose by the sound of it, eyed me up and down a few times and nodded. There's a sultry look about him, hands on his hip, appraising me as he gave me a little wink. Something about his look was a little off. A smirk maybe? The way he seemed to try me on for size was more than forward. I looked in between him and Zenith. He had the same look of playful hunger in his bright green eyes, despite how he hugged Rose a little tighter to him than myself. Reining him a little maybe.
Yeah, I like a guy who can take charge, but you knew that already.
Question the plans, call it off, keep up the dominant attitude. Dominant isn't really my style, let them take control. Let me just leave. Okay, so just so you're clear what I'm trying to do now. They obviously they want to have a threesome with you, and if you accept the threesome, like you say like, yeah, I wanna go with you, they will leave to meet up later, but you never do, and you meet Rose again, and it's like, oh yeah, Zenith ditched you with someone else. It's like, oh no, you fucked it up. Because that's what happened to me last time I did this. So instead we reject the threesome and see what happens, if that works. Just so you with me. But we can question their plans. With Zenith's hand on the small of our backs, it was pretty obvious what was going on. Hell, I kind of wanted it, but it was best to be clear about their intentions here, just to be sure. Oh, another thing I thought about. What if, like in another dimension where we dated Dustin, the Varioth guy, he got away with two others and had a threesome. Maybe these were the ones. Maybe had a threesome with these guys. Because in that dimension, I never dated them, so they just went on with their thing. And about the phone numbers as well. It's a multi-dimensional phone. So you can travel between the dimensions. Not your stupid other guy doggo here. Multi-dimensional phone. Look it up. So guys, do you do this often with every stud that you walk into? Oh, nobody's really straight up asked before. How do I put it? There was a visible shift in Zenith's expression. Guilt, maybe? But what was he to be guilty about? Before he could answer, his friend chimed in.
Zenith, let me be blunt, honey. We're looking for a third party for a little bit of fun tonight. And guess what? You fit the bill perfectly. Almost too perfectly, in fact. What do you say? Down for a little fun tonight?
No, I'm not down for fun tonight. I'm down for fun with this big dragon daddy in the 3 episodes. Yeah. As Rose spoke, I could see Zenith's expression change. The cocky smirk had all but vanished. He looked sullen. But when he noticed my concern, he seemed to swallow that down and put that signature tooth green back in its place. He almost seemed like he'd be grateful for the company, but was that what Rose had planned? It seemed like there was more to the situation than I first anticipated. Oh, the serial killers maybe? Now we're gonna get a kid from the club, and we're gonna kill them. And that's how they know Dustin. And that's why Varioth slept with them. Because then Dustin told them to kill Varioth. And that's how how Variot got out of the picture in the last episode of Dustin. We're figuring stuff out, guys. I should make a video just about this stuff. Yeah. You offer a Rumpo? Politely decline. Sure, why not? No. And this is the part. This is where we're gonna decline. Decline. I sighed. I didn't want to make a bad situation any worse, and I could read all the signs that there was something else going on here. Look, guys, I'm going to have to pass. Thanks for being so friendly with me tonight, though. It really means a lot. I didn't expect to meet so many nice people here.
Ugh, what a waste of time! You promised you could hook me up with anyone, Zenith. It looks like your charm wasn't enough this time.
I was taken aback by the sudden outburst. The brunt of Rose's complaints seemed to be with Zenith. Had they made some sort of bet? They muttered back and forth for a moment. Zenith said that Rose had promised not to do this. Rose said that Zenith was being a bitch as usual. I was about to leave them to the whispered fight when the girl in Avian shot me one last glance and stormed off, but not before snatching up his drink from nearby and emptying it on Zenith's shirt. Oh no!
I'm going to find Zach. And don't think you can come join this time, Zenith. Ciao, bitches! I'm out of here!
Zach. Oh, wasn't Zach, Jack's ex? Wasn't that Zach? Zach? Damn it, Zach. You never understood me. What a scene. I had no idea what's going on, but Zenith certainly looked upset. The charming, cocky bouncer that I first met was replaced with someone else entirely. He folded his arms across the wet path of his broad chest, looking to the side and grimacing as he fought to regain his cool. He took a moment, caught his breath, and forced a smile. I'm sorry about that, Bo. You shouldn't have gotten roped into that mess. Tell you what, next time I see you, I owe you an apology drink. Aww. As for now, I think I'm going to call it a bad night to go home. No, Daddy, wait for me. Since I met him, Zen seemed at his most genuine now, even clearly shimmering and humiliated. It seemed like whatever it was that was going on, it had been Rose's game, not his. Part of me wanted to find out exactly what had happened. An even larger part if Rose and Zenith were an item, because he really shouldn't be. But was that really my business? Maybe not now, but later, like in the third date, he can tell you. Stop him. Yes, stop him. Stay here with me, Daddy. But you love me, don't you?
あなたは誰?
I love you too.
何?
Oh! Stay with me, Zenith! Okay, there is no way I can leave things like this. Before the dragon could make his escape into the staff-only room, I caught his wrist. Zenith cocked his head back over at me. Haha, he cocked his head. Zenith cocked his head back at me over his shoulder as I let go. Maybe not the best time to be grabbing him more. No, I don't think you should be grabbing him more. Not when he's in this mood. Console him, flirt with him, humor him. Oh yeah, let's humor him. Ha 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 ha, funny, joke. But why buy me a drink later when you can buy me a drink now? Hell, you can buy me 2 drinks. I'll even buy you a drink. What do you say? Oh yes. Go get him, boo-boo. Then he closed his eyes, sighed, and showered me with a toothy grin. Without Rose checking in on him, it felt a lot more real this time. He pointed to the stairs, and then he held out his hand for me. Oh, are we gonna hold hands already? Oh, I wanted this drink. Oh, stupid me. Like, here, gave him a drink, and I was like, oh yes, Daddy. Gonna need a drink and a fresh start, yeah. The name's Zenith. To whom do I owe the pleasure? Still Bo. Oh, he wanted to say hi. He wanted to shake my hand. That toothy grin never left Zenith's face. I didn't know him well enough to know if he was faking it or not, as he extended his hand for a handshake. That doesn't look like a toothy grin. I mean, a toothy grin should have more teeth. Am I wrong? Humor him, don't shake. We're past that. Keep humoring him. I extended my hand, sharing his grin, playing along for the time being. His grip was like a vice, damn. Maybe I'd earned a little bit of squeezing after jumping in on Rose's game, though. You can call me Bo. And for some reason, I feel like we have met before. Have we? It's strange, isn't it? Must be fate playing tricks on us. Zenith retracted his vice-like hand and laughed again, starting towards the stairs with me following him. Yay! We're getting to know Zenith! We took a place at the bar, and Zenith took my order. We were served almost instantly, thanks to his staff shirt. Is he allowed to drink when he has the security staff shirt? Okay, Amorous isn't like your regular club, I guess. I mean, could he just go do whatever he wants on his shift, like fooling around with that other guy, with Rose, and just deciding like, no, I'm going home now because I got a drink spilled on me. Or maybe he already had his shift ended already, maybe. Who knows? Hello, Daddy. After the first sip of his beer, the frustration still smoldering under the surface seemed to have cooled enough that Zenith didn't seem on the verge of punching a wall or something. He savored the mild bubbles, exhaled, and we both seemed to have come to the realization that I'd been staring a little at him. I busied myself with my own drink. I was a little surprised by what I'd ordered. Did I order beer? Because then I would have been surprised. But I suppose I was more concerned about getting Zenith over when that happened with Rose. Then he chuckled, rolling his glass between his palm a little. When he looked back, he seemed a little embarrassed. No, is he embarrassed? Oh no. Thanks, Bo. I mean it. I'm just a stranger. Hell, a stranger who was sort of leading on you a little. You didn't have to reach out to see if I was okay. You're kind of one of those good ones, huh? I guess. Reassure him, ask about Rose, back off a little, yeah, let's reassure him. Honestly, don't worry about it. I saw that something was wrong and wanted to make sure that you were okay. And besides, even if we were moving a little quick there, we're not strangers anymore, right? Oh, it's getting dark. Oh no. I think I can see if I can fix some cool lights. There we go. You know, that's right. I guess that's one positive thing that come out of this shit. Thanks, Bo. Aww. Ask about him, talk about yourself, try subtly flirting. Ask about him. I wanna know about this guy. So, Zenith, tell me a little about yourself. Have you been bouncer here for long? Well, I've been a bouncer here since the place opened up. Trust me, I've seen some crazy shit going down that makes what happened earlier look like a party. Fights, breakups, orgies, even a robbery. Well, almost a robbery. Oh, did you catch them? Wait, you saw this place get robbed? Hold on. Orgies? Should I feel even more worried about Kobe coming here so often? That's the part that got your interest? Regardless, yeah. Some couple of punks tried to rob some VIPs one night, with switchblades no less. Luckily, me and one of the other bouncers managed to take him down before anyone got hurt. Turns out that all that cop training was good for something after all. You're a cop as well? Zenith's modesty was humbling. He was so casual and relaxed as he talked about taking down a bunch of guys with knives. I had to note that his arms flexing subtly as he told the story proved me how well he could handle himself. It was weird that he settled down for being a club bouncer with a body like his. What, you mean like he would be like a porn star or something instead? Or bodybuilder, but is bodybuilder even a job? Oh, you meant why he wasn't a cop, maybe. So he used to be a cop, huh? I mean, from the looks of you, I can definitely see it. The moment I said those words, he lowered his flexing arms and watched his faded grin away entirely with a gulp of his beer. He seemed like he'd seen a ghost, so I suppose it had his reasons then. Let's pretend you never brought that up, alright? Seriously, drop it, yeah? For me. I'm sorry! Change the subject, following up on it. No! So, breakups, I can't imagine. But how many orgies have you seen here? Oh, that blue bird starts one every time it's here. I smiled warmly as the color returned to his face bit by bit, a brief but noticeable nod as he composed himself. He clapped me on the back with a large hand. Once, twice, 3 times. He was a jackhammer of platitudes that was likely to leave a bruise if he wasn't careful. Ha! More orgies than I think either of us could handle in a lifetime. But seriously, I don't think I've had a proper casual conversation with someone here for a while. Thanks for that. I ain't exactly used to it, but it's relaxing. I owe you. Yes! The joy inside me. Zenith reached into his pocket and pulled out a small notepad and pen. He scribbled his number onto the pad and tore off the sheet, handing it over. Oh! I took it, and Zenith finished his drink as I programmed it into my phone, pushing off from the bar when he was done. Give me a call sometime, Bo. I need to unwind after tonight's shit show. And you're fun to be around. Gonna head now. But don't leave me hanging too long, yeah? Sure thing, Zenith. Thanks. Well, it certainly was an account that I wasn't going to forget anytime soon. I guess it was worth calling back. For now, the night was still young. No, the night is old and you need to go home and call Zenith. Keep his number, throw it away. What? Why would I ever throw the number away? Nah, I'm keeping it. Okay, I'm going to go home now and call him right away because I really want to continue this now. But we shouldn't do. We're not going to do a super long outro. So patrons, these are patrons. These people support me. I love you so much. Thank you for supporting me. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more, subscribe. And now we're going to record the next episode. So see you then, guys. Take care. Bye. The music.